Hello Toonheads, welcome to Toonhounds, your fortnightly foray into all things animated. I'm Rich Masters, and with me as always is... What are you this week?
The wire up to your dock.
Calamity Jane. The European beret, fuzzy beret wearing person to my slightly rotund janitor. It's Spiffsy.
Hello.
Hello, how are you, my friend?
If we didn't put in like what the actual topic of the things we're watching into the title of this, I don't know if anybody'd be able to get what we were doing from that intro.
No, absolutely not.
Cowboys?
No way.
Europeans? What could it possibly be?
Yeah, we have agreed to do V's idea of Mouse May. So throughout the month of May in Toonhounds, we will be doing mice-related or mouse-related cartoons. Now, in the week, I realised that what we should do is we should make May anime.
Yeah.
So we should have
That
done
makes sense.
anime for May. Which we'll probably do next year. I'm quite keen to make that a regular thing. But for this May, maybe we will be doing Mouse May.
It's Mouse May. It's the Mouse of May.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to be watching 4 mouse-related cartoons. 2 this week and 2 next episode.
Yeah.
So strap in because varying quality.
Oh boy.
Today we watch The Rescuers.
The original, the first one, not the Down Under one.
No, the 1977 one, and an American Tale, Fievel Goes West.
Yeah.
2 of the biggest franchises or original to sequel theme and tone shifts I've ever seen.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's God. Yeah, it's I can't get over the fact that Rescuers came out in 1977. It's the most 1962 movie I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it's so out of date even by the time that it came out. It's crazy.
It was the last Disney film to have be animated by Disney's like original, 9 Old Men team.
Yeah.
And the last one to be directed by Wolfgang Reitherman. So I'm not really surprised. Also, it fucking uses all the animation from the film that was released in the same year, the Winnie the Pooh one, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
There's bits of Bambi in it.
Yeah, they copied loads of stuff. Yeah.
There's bits of Jungle Book. There's bits of Sword in the Stone.
There's really jarring rotoscoping at one point.
Oh my god. The bit in when they're going into the United Nations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really creepy.
I was like, are they doing this whole film like that? And it was just just for that bit.
Yeah, it was just them. Like even when the other humans show up, they don't look like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about Rescuers first.
Yeah, let's talk about Rescuers. Rescuers from this movie.
The Rescuers was released on June 22nd, 1977, produced obviously by Walt Disney and distributed by Buena Vista, as was the style at the time. It's the 23rd Disney animated feature film.
Yes. It was during the 1970s up to the late 1980s. It was when they were doing that weird crungly looking animation where everything looks really scrungly and like sketchy. It's like the same they did with Oliver and Company and Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Where everything looks a bit dusty.
Unfinished.
Yeah.
No more so than in the intro, I would say, where the bottle is going across the sea and everything looks like... I thought there was something wrong with the version I was watching, but everything looks like it's just pencil sketch.
Yeah, it's
I don't know. Not even outline, colour pencil sketch. I never
know how to say how to pronounce the type of art. Is it like gouache? Gouache?
Oh, gouache.
Gouache? Is it gouache?
Gouache?
Something
I don't know.
I think it was. Or it was pastels, but I'm not sure. But it was like... I didn't mind that intro. I thought the art looked quite good. But then it kept going.
I quite liked it.
Yeah. I think if it was just like one still image that it like panned across, that would have been like a comic book sort of style. I think I would have liked that. But it's the fact that it kept switching to other paintings. And it went on for... I mean, it was 1977, so the credits of the movie were at the beginning.
Yeah.
And it just kept going. It was really long. But I think, if it wasn't switching between different images, I think it would have worked a bit better.
Well, I think as well, looking back on it, the reason it was so jarring was because there are 17 different art styles in this film.
Yeah.
Like you say, there's rotoscoping, there's traditional hand-drawn animation, matte backgrounds, this gouache type intro. It was trying a lot. This was the sort of like Walt Disney equivalent of throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah.
Because this is the first film to feature music instead of almost like pop music instead of orchestral music, it was really fucking jarring.
Yeah, when the music starts playing, it's really strange. Yeah, it didn't feel like a Disney
really
movie.
Weird.
Yeah. Did you notice at the beginning where it said instead of saying like based on the book by or anything like that, it said suggested by?
Really?
Yeah, it said suggested by the rescuers and Bernard and Bianca by whatever the author's name was. I thought that was what suggested by. Was that like a get out of jail free card for breaking copyright law or something? Like,
I don't know. Or
when
maybe
they say like brought to you by the people who watched Shrek, when they do that sort of thing.
Maybe, but maybe it was that the writer had an unpublished Rescuers book that he sold, suggested to Disney.
Yeah.
For a handful of cash that he didn't pay tax on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It could have been that. Yeah, tax-free stuff. Yeah. It was donated.
Yeah, it was donated to. First Disney animated film to ever inspire a sequel, which is weird to me because I would not have given this a sequel.
No, it's I would have given it a TV series if it came out a couple of years later. If this came out in like 84, I could see this having a Disney TV series.
Yeah, which is weird because Fievel didn't it?
Yeah, American Tales. Yeah. I've never watched that, so I don't know what it's like.
No, me neither. And I don't think we'll be watching it.
No. Maybe in 10 years.
This was the first time since 1942 that two animated Disney films were released in the same year.
Was that with Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Which is why there's Owl and Rabbit are in this.
Yes, yeah. The hillbilly characters was very strange in the Florida scenes.
I'm sorry. Could you say that sentence again?
I know I swallowed while talking.
the hillbilly characters.
Yeah, the hillbilly characters in Florida. You know, the ones who were like Gramps and the rabbit and all that stuff. Yeah. What was it with Disney and like country bumpkin folk? It was.
I don't know.
They did it all the time.
I think they liked using that guy who was the who had the jug.
Yeah.
Because he's one of the vultures in Robin Hood. He is one of the dogs in
Mimsy or something like that.
I don't know. I can't.
There's
remember.
One of them's called Nutty. Remember that? Nutsy.
Nutsy and Trigger.
Nutsy and Trigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of them. I was thinking that while watching it, that you don't hear that voice being used as in cartoons anymore. That used to be like a staple of a cartoon voice.
Yeah.
And now they don't really do it anymore.
Jeff does a good impression of that on Storylords this week. Of one of his characters. He's also in Back to the Future 3.
Is
that guy? Yeah, he's one of the people who is in the bar when what's his name? Mad Dog Tannen comes in.
Yeah.
Starts shooting the floor. I don't know what the story's basic, isn't it? Like a child a child runs away from an orphanage, gets kidnapped by a pair of shysters.
Yeah.
And she's small enough to be sent down into a pirate's cove to steal gems.
Yeah, it's a loose framework for a film, isn't it?
Yeah. And she gets a bottle off with a message that is intercepted by the Rescue Aid Society, which is the mouse version of the UN.
Yeah, apparently.
Probably more effective than the UN, if we're honest.
I think there may be a bit more like
international rescue type.
Yeah, it's a bit Thunderbirds, isn't it? Or like Mission Impossible, or I think I would have preferred if they went a bit deeper into the spy angle, because this, James Bond had been a thing for at least a decade at this point, in the films at least. So I think it's weird that they didn't tap into that a bit more than it being just they don't really do any spycraft or like espionage or anything like that. Like,
no,
Bernard and Bianca. I always call him Bernard. It's Bernard, isn't it?
It's Bernard, yeah.
Yeah, Bernard and Bianca. They don't. I don't think they're very good at their job.
They don't do anything.
No, they don't like investigate. They show up to places, and there happens to be somebody there that they can ask questions of. Yeah, they don't find anything out for themselves.
No, it's really base level detective work.
Yeah,
it almost feels like this should have been like Bianca, voiced by Eva Gabor, who is in Aristocats as well.
Yes, yeah, not bad in this. I mean,
no, not bad. I don't think either Bob Newhart or Eva Gabor are bad in this.
No, they're not. Bob Newhart is very good at doing naturalised voices in voice acting.
Yeah,
like he's quite good at doing like stuttering dialogue.
Yeah,
like being shocked by things, but it makes it sound a bit more natural than somebody going like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, what?"
Yeah. He's also very good at that, I suppose. That sort of like natural cadence to a voice.
Yeah. It was quite good.
It sounds very natural. I also like the voice actor of Rufus. I liked Rufus as a character, just generally. Yeah. Like the old cat who's like, "Oh, mice, you're going to do me out of a job."
Yeah, I did like that. I thought, in general, like the voice acting is pretty good in this.
Yeah, but really good. I really liked Penny.
Yeah, I thought the Penny voice actor was good, for especially how young she was. Like it was, she was quite good.
She reminded me of the tragic actor from All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Yeah, I can't remember her name. Julie
something, isn't it?
Yeah. I can't remember.
Anyway.
I thought it was weird that a lot of the voice acting was like compressed compared to other voice acting. Like I'd love to know like the backstory behind how they recorded the lines, because some of the voice acting is far better quality in terms of like sound quality than others. Like there are times where Bernard sounds like he's recording inside of a shed. Like it's so echoey. Weird compression
you are right,
in it.
Yeah. I wonder if they had them all filming at different locations.
Yeah, or
and
something.
Like the equipment was different. I think I agree with you. I think Bianca should have been a spy. She should have been like the James Bond character. And I don't know why she picked Bernard, but I think she should have seen Bernard do something interesting. You know, this is someone who is like, quite, I don't know, not studious, but like almost like can overcome adversity in some way.
Yeah, like I think Bernard is he's inherently brave as a character. Like he doesn't rush into danger. Like he considers the danger and then does it anyway, which I think is a good character, archetype. But we don't really see that before they team up to do their mission. Like he is the first one to go into the bottle to retrieve that thing, and there's I feel like they could have put in some inherent danger into that aspect of it.
Or even just some street smarts. Like maybe the society couldn't figure out something and he's the one to figure it out.
Or
maybe
he's the only one who can read the note.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It needed something. But he does jump into danger, but when it's almost when he's there's no other choice.
Yeah.
So when
I think he thinks that he's a scared character.
Yes.
But I don't think he is.
No. I think he's inherently scared, maybe, nervous, just because of his position.
Yeah.
And I think when he is confronted with something, like when the albatross gets hit by the firework and Bianca falls out, he dives after her.
Yeah.
With no parachute or anything like that. It's very brave.
Yeah, and when they're trying to find that the diamond in the cave, he's entirely willing, like very, casually saunters over to look into the deep dark hole to find where the diamond could be. I mean, he gets scared when he gets there, but before that point, he's like, "This is just something I need to do." I think,
and he's the one who points out to Penny, "You shouldn't go over there."
Yeah.
And he says that to Bianca as well, like in a way that feels like misogyny now, but I think was meant to be a "you shouldn't go alone." type
I think
of
so.
deal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that line would have been better.
Yeah, with those kinds, you have to kind of like give them the benefit of the doubt, and
Yes.
that it was just the way things were. Like, which is often a bullshit, excuse for things.
One might say.
Yeah, but it's like that sort of thing, especially when it's a scripted film. Like, there's a reason they do these sorts of things.
Yeah, and it was like Bianca is seen as almost like she's like a Lady Penelope socialite type of deal, rather than a spy. And I think that's why the film should have made her a spy and gone a bit ballsy with it.
Yeah, they needed to give her more agency in it. Like, Bianca doesn't really do a whole lot. She's kind of like she's the voice of reason in a we need to be doing this. Like, it doesn't matter what happens to us. It's something that it's our duty, sort of thing. But it doesn't really go far enough.
No. So lots of stuff was cut from this film. So Phil Harris, Baloo and Thomas O'Malley fame, was going to be in this as a comic relief character in the Bayou. And Disney was struggling with how are we going to put this in to reflect the dramatic nature of the film. So they cut that completely, and that was going to be at least 10 minutes of stuff. And then there was Lewis Primer was going to play a character called Lewis the Bear. Who was cut from the story, and it was due to the fact that he underwent brain surgery in 1975 and never regained consciousness.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
Yeah. He had already recorded 4 songs.
Yeah.
And
they
the
were going to be songs?
And the majority of the character's dialogue, but he died in surgery.
God. That's
tragic.
Tragic, yeah. I can't think, where would a bear have shown up?
I don't know.
They don't have bears in, like, the Florida Everglades, do they?
No. No.
So that would have been like a whole ass different movie.
Yeah. But he's like New Orleans jazz superstar.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
He would have fit in the film really well, but I don't know why a bear is the character.
No. Yeah. I really disliked all the stuff in Florida in this. I thought it went on for
dreary as well.
It was so dull. And like at the start where she's like in that car just tearing ass out of there and like smashing into things like the complete maniac.
Cruella de Vil like.
Yeah, she's not that character at any other point in the film.
No, and in fact I think she's quite interesting. I think they should have led... So there's bits in the film, because when she was like, oh, she's Madame Medusa. So I thought I'd seen this film. I've never seen this film.
I've seen it before,
I've seen bits of it, but I've never seen the entirety of the film. When they called her Madame Medusa, I was like, oh, maybe she's got some spell over children. And then when you watch her, when she makes eye contact with Penny freezes.
Yeah.
And I think that's really clever.
Yeah,
they should have led into that.
Yeah.
They should have led into her being like the real Medusa.
Yeah.
I think. That would have been more fun.
Yeah, I think it's just... It felt like they ran out of set budget when they end up in Florida. Where I wanted it to be like a globe-trotting adventure, like with them rescuing people.
Yeah.
Like going all over the place and meeting all these different people, and maybe they go to a farm and talk to a cow or something.
Yeah.
It look a bit more interesting. But like at the 40-minute mark, they end up in Florida, and that's it for the rest of the film. It's just the darkest, dreariest looking set pieces. Where everything just looks... It's all set at night. Then they end up in a cave where it's dark. Yeah. It's just really a really dreary film.
You needed to either... Not you, but Disney.
Not me personally.
You in 1977, what you needed to do, Spiffsy, was make you either have multiple locations that are interesting, like a Bond film, or one part that is so interesting... that you spend a lot of time there and you don't realise it. So, you make the riverboat an active riverboat casino.
Yeah,
and that's why they need the money.
Yeah.
Because when I was watching it, I was thinking, if they made it a casino riverboat and then had the chase, you could have replicated that... Well, this film came out like 50 years ago. But... you could have had it like... So they in Black Panther, they spend a lot of time in Korea, in South Korea, doing the casino and the chase. That would have been exactly the same sort of scene. It would have been really good.
Yeah, and it like going back to the James Bond stuff, we could have had Bernard in a suit going in and having to like win a
Yeah.
card game against a gecko or something.
Yeah, absolutely. You could have had, much in the same way that the UN has an underworld that is for mice. Underworld, not in a shirky way, but kind of in a nice way. You could have had the under casino.
Yeah.
In the bottom of the boat, in the hole.
Yeah. They always do that sort of things. They did that in Fievel as well, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's what you want. You want the under that. If I see a film with mice in it, or a cartoon with mice in it, they have to be replicating what the humans are doing on the ground level, just underground.
Basil.
Yeah, absolutely, Basil. This reminded me of Basil in a lot of ways, but in a far, far inferior way to Basil.
Yeah. I think it's absolutely insane that humans can understand animals in this.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They lampshade it as well, though.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate. That they do actually acknowledge the fact that Penny can talk to animals. But it's still crazy that they put that in.
Well, they do the same with Oliver and Company, don't they? I
don't remember.
Does she? I'm pretty sure she understands what the animals are saying in that.
No, I don't think she. I don't think they do because there's a bit with the dog where the dog is talking and nobody can understand what she's saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think what you needed to do was you needed to make the understanding of animals integral to the fact why Snoops and Medusa wanted her.
Yeah, that could have worked, yeah.
They're looking for a specific child in the Louisiana area that can talk to animals, because there are animals who are looking safeguarding this gem. That's what you needed to do.
The crocodile was a safeguarding the gem.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I love it when we just make a different movie.
But there never seemed to be. I kind of wish that I was born in the fucking 50s, right? Or
so you could have worked on this.
So I could have worked on some of this stuff and been like, actually, I'm sorry, this doesn't make any fucking sense. We've not got any connective tissue here. Why don't we try a bit harder?
Yeah. And then you would have smoked your pipe.
Yeah. Oh my God, I would have smoked a pipe.
Yeah.
I would have smoked a pipe. Not cigarettes, but a pipe, yeah. I don't know if that's any better.
I think it might be worse, I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably. Do you know that this film outgrossed Star Wars episode, which came out in the same year, Star Wars A New Hope, in 15 European countries?
That is insane. How? Why? Did people just really vibe with Bianca?
I have no idea. It was the first major critical success for Disney since The Jungle Book, and would be the last until The Little Mermaid.
Wow, so this was after Walt's death, this was what was going to bring him back?
Yep.
Wow. What came out after Rescuers?
Oh, God.
Fox and the Hound?
Might have been. Disney Classics order.
I'm looking behind me at my Disney shelf to see if I've got the one that came after this one. On my shelf, Basil is next, but I think I'm missing some between those two.
You just put the mouse ones together. Wait a minute. 19. Let's jump ahead. 1977. Rescuers, Fox and the Hound, and the Black Cauldron.
Right.
Bad times for Disney.
Well, Fox and the Hound.
Yeah.
They really didn't, up the enjoyment vibes after this one, did they? Immediately. We got Fox and the Hound and the Black Cauldron. They were like, no, Disney's depressing now. We're a sad company now.
Well, then you had The Great Mouse Detective, which still is quite depressing.
Yes.
And then you had Oliver and Company, which is also quite depressing.
Very bright, though. It's a very brightly coloured movie. And it's they fixed the music a bit more in Oliver and Company. I like Oliver and Company. I don't know why it's considered one of the, low points of Disney.
I don't love it.
I think it's fine.
I don't love it, but I don't think it's bad either.
No, yeah.
There are lots of Disney films I dislike more, like The Lion King.
I don't like Pocahontas. I don't think it's a good movie.
I don't. Well, also, I think it skims over a lot of the stuff that is actually relevant about Pocahontas.
It's an awkward one to watch now. Yeah.
But I also think Oliver and Company is at least inspired by something. I think that's where Disney does best.
Yes. Yeah, I was reading this morning about Wish, the movie that came out for their 100th anniversary, and everybody hated it. About the original like storylines that they were going to do about it, where there were going to be two evil characters in it. There was going to be a king and a queen, which I thought would been really interesting because they've never done that before. And the star that in the movie is like the marketable, funny little character, like the Olaf of the movie.
Yeah.
Was going to be the love interest, and he was going to be like a wish granting spirit kind of like guy who could transform and shapeshift and stuff. And that was going to be it's going to be the love interest, and then they took that out, and she doesn't have a love interest at all. I thought it's weird that when Disney aren't adapting a story that already exists, they've got no idea what they're doing. They don't know what story to tell.
No. I also think that is there is an inherent almost like ADHD-ishness in writers currently, that they cannot stay on the same topic for very long.
Yeah.
So everything feels underdeveloped.
Yeah.
I think we've got the same problem with like Daredevil.
Yeah.
At the moment, like everything feels half baked and sort of like told off screen and stuff, and it's like the writers don't realise that you need to fill in some of the Toonhound's staple complaint, connective tissue. You need that connective tissue in order for something to pay off and work. And Star Wars does it all the time as well. Like the last series of Mandalorian, the Acolyte, it's all like. There's nuggets of gold in there, but they don't spend the time mining them. They just show you the surface of the gold.
Yeah.
I
think it's crazy that like with how big Mandalorian was to begin with, I don't know a single person who's excited for Mandalorian or Grogu.
No. No.
People
I
just
want to
don't
see a
care.
film.
It's out in like 2 weeks' time, and nobody seems to like give a shit.
I think a film was the wrong way to go with it. They should have tightened up the writing and released another series. Now, I know Pedro Pascal is like big Hollywood stuff now, but like...
I mean, they didn't need to have him in it for most of it. He's wearing a mask.
Get him to do his voice. You don't need his face anymore. And in fact, get an impersonator to do the voice. Yeah,
it
doesn't
really
matter anymore.
No.
But I don't know what needs to be done. What needs to be sewn up for this film? It's like, if they made an Ahsoka film from this point, I'd be like, oh yeah, they're going to focus on Thrawn coming back and stuff.
There's stuff to do. I don't even know who like the bad guy is in Mandalorian.
No, because what's his name? Giancarlo Esposito. He's gone now.
Yeah,
he's done.
I don't know what they're doing. Yeah. It'll end with Grogu saying "Dad" or something.
When it was mother and cub or father and cub, and it was protecting him.
Yeah,
it seemed relevant. It doesn't seem relevant anymore.
No, weird.
Should have just let it end, let it die.
If they made another Rescuers, if they you were looking through the back catalogue and
said,
I mean, if they did it again, if they did it now in like modern day.
Okay, all right.
Do you think that the characters would act exactly the same like archetypes as they did in this film? Like Bianca as being like the socialite upper class woman and Bernard as the bumbling janitor character, or do you think they would, DreamWorks face them up a bit, like make them both smirk in the production material?
I'd hope that they kept them the same, because I have no problems with any of the archetypes of the characters.
Yeah.
I have a problem with the sort of like how they portray them and how much time they give to them. I like the confident jet-setting Bianca with the sort of like bumbling but ultimately useful and brave janitor.
Yeah.
I just think they needed to pad around those. You can't just throw an archetype on the screen and expect the audience to be like, oh, I get it. He's the one I should root for. I think they needed to go into those archetypes a bit more if they wanted to have them. Like, we needed to see a pre-UN scene of Bianca escaping some villains or taking down some villains on her way to the UN and getting a message on her spy watch,
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I think if they made the live action Rescuers remake in 2028. Weirdly, I think they would completely remove any kind of romantic entanglement between the two of them. I don't think it would even be alluded to that there was like a chance of them being involved.
No, I think they would be. They would start off opposed.
Yeah.
They would have to, because that's what modern television and film is about. Like the setting up some sort of antagonistic angle between the heroes, because that's all that can be sold at the moment. Like heroes who come from disparate viewpoints.
Yeah.
Like Bianca would be a conservative, and
oh no,
there would be a sort of like Labour Conservatives thing on it, and they would learn from each other that centralism is the way to go.
Oh no, I don't want that movie.
I don't want that either, but that's what would happen.
But yeah, there wouldn't be any romance, I don't think. Like even
no,
where she kisses him on the cheek at one point in the movie near the end, that wouldn't be in it. They wouldn't even like say that these mice are fucking. Like it wouldn't be a thing at all.
No,
because these mice are fucking. Like, let's be honest.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
In the sequel, there should be 100 babies.
Yeah, there should be. Yeah, and good
running
for them.
all around. Yeah. But I do like their dynamic. I just don't think enough framework is underneath it.
No, there's not. No.
And I think that's the general crux of the whole film.
Yeah,
it's
we talk about like the character archetypes and like the relationships between the characters. We haven't even mentioned Mr. Snoops.
Well, I mean, what character is he?
He's just a guy who seems to hang out with Madame Medusa. I
don't get what he wants from it.
I don't. This is one of those movies where it's like ugly people are evil. Like,
yeah, oh yeah. He's short, he's fat, he's balding, he's the villain.
Yeah, in the live action remake, he would be played by Dennis Nedry in the film.
God, yeah. What's his name? Knight.
Wayne Knight. Wayne Knight. Yeah. Of Space Jam fame.
Yeah, and Seinfeld.
Yeah, Newman. Yeah.
He was just a nothing character.
Whereas I don't know why he was there.
He should have been. I would have had him in our rewrite. He would have been like a big time gambler, maybe like a crime boss or something like that.
Yeah.
Who
wears a white suit.
He's going to bankrupt the casino, but he knows that there's this gem.
Yeah.
He knows, and he's like, if Medusa, if you can get it, well, our debts will be settled, and you can like float away on your casino riverboat.
Okay, I'm going to say something completely insane. The better version of this movie is the Tom and Jerry movie.
I mean, yeah, and even that is pretty bad.
It's pretty bad, but that is a better version of this kind of story. You've got like the two evil characters. Like if Mr. Snoops was an evil butler, that character is 10 times better already. Like, have Madame Medusa come from lauded gentry, like she's already rich, and she has left behind this life of wealth that she already had to go on a pointless mission for the world's largest diamond, and dragged her butler along with her.
Yeah, that would be good, actually.
That's my character punch-up, is to make Mr. Snoops some kind of service character. He's a service worker.
You could have had... do you know the original idea was to have Cruella de Vil rather than...
oh, really?
Madame Medusa, yeah.
That would have been pretty good. I would have enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Weird, though, that they would have been using a character from an already published IP. That would have been a strange idea. Like a strange crossover idea, but it would have worked.
She is very Cruella de Vil.
She is, yeah. Would you have the Dalmatians in it? Would they be involved? Would it be Bianca and Bernard teaming up with Pongo and Perdita?
I don't know.
That's like Avengers Endgame level crossover.
Yeah. So some things I did like. There's a Mickey Mouse watch that hangs on the wall of the Rescue Aid Society.
Oh, that's
nice. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Euripides, the mouse,
being
the patron.
Euripides. I liked the song at the beginning. Yeah, I thought that was some nice world building. I liked how that all the Rescue Aid Society workers are like, yeah, sure, Bernard can go. He's a good guy.
Yeah. I think it's mainly because everyone wants to go with Bianca because of how she looks.
Yeah.
Whereas Bernard isn't that bothered about that.
Yeah.
On 2 occasions during the film, you can hear the goofy... Whoa!
Oh, yeah, I did notice that. Yeah. The albatross, is it?
Yeah. The albatross is weird.
Orville, yeah, he was a strange character.
Yeah.
Should have been in it a bit more, I think.
Yeah, he was nothing. He should have come back at the end. The film at the time broke a record for largest box office gains on opening weekend.
Crazy. I would have thought when the bats show up in the movie, that is pointless. The bats they serve no purpose whatsoever. No. I would have had it that the bats were good guys. And they just look a bit scary, and then it does the whole red eyes and fangs and stuff, and then when they go into the light, they just look like goofy characters, like they're just funny bat characters, and they have like a back and forth between all of them, and maybe we do a parody of the Monkeys or something, some kind of time relevant reference to a pop culture character like Disney always loved to do.
The Carpenters,
something like instead of them just being generic evil bat characters.
Yeah, it was boring.
Yeah. I always find that a bit strange when they're in like a world of talking mice and stuff, and animals have personalities and communities, and there's still one type of animal which is still
an animal.
Just an animal. Very weird. Yeah.
And doesn't have any intelligence or anything like that.
Strange.
I don't think there's much else to say. Like, it's a
fine. I like the crocodile designs. I like
they're good. Well, they're stolen from Peter Pan. That's why.
I thought they did steal them from Peter Pan. Yeah, but I like them. I thought they were fine.
Yeah.
They don't really explain any of it.
Oh, the bit with the organ was good.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was
the bit with the organ was good.
That's the bit that they put in the trailer, isn't it?
Yeah. That was funny. That actually did make me laugh a little bit, although it went on too long. It outstayed its welcome. Yeah. But yeah, it was absolutely solid 6.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a fine film. Yeah.
It's not boring. As good as the second one.
Yeah, bit boring, bit slow, but ultimately okay. This is the kind of it's felt like a just been to the dentist movie.
And your mum sticks a film on for you while you're hopped up on pain medication.
Yeah. It's a movie to go to sleep to when you're 7.
Yeah. I remember when I came back from my tonsillectomy on my brother's birthday, and I was really sad about that. It was like I was feeling like crap, and it was his birthday.
Yeah.
And my mum put on some shit. I think it was that Freddy FR07 film.
Really? Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what's happening. This is this is literally and figuratively a fever dream.
It was always the Land Before Time films for me.
I've never seen a single one of them.
Sequels.
I've told you that, haven't I?
Yeah, I think so. We've got to watch one of them at some point.
Yeah, right. Okay. It's sad dinosaur films. Perhaps we can watch that and Dinosaur, which is shit.
We'll watch one of the Land Before Time sequels where they turn into musicals, and we could do some sort of like upbeat sequels to previously depressing films.
Well, we could have done it with this.
We could have done it with Fievel.
Yeah. I think, like, before we move on to Fievel, I think we need to point out the fact that Rescuers goes from being this depressing grey film to this really colourful, action-orientated sequel.
Yeah.
And so does American Tail.
Yes, yeah. They both did the same thing, yeah.
And they came out at the similar sort of times.
Yeah.
Didn't they?
No. Fievel is like 93, I want to say.
Really? Is it that? Oh, yeah, it definitely wasn't 77. What am I thinking of?
I was thinking of the... Oh, you mean the first American Tail? That was like...
Yeah, no, that was
early 80s, yeah. That was like 82.
Oh, right, okay. 86.
86.
So it's not 10 years ago. 9 years after. 9 years after. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I don't know if we said this on a hot mic or not, but it is crazy to me that this movie came out in 77 because it's not a 1977 film. It doesn't feel like it's in the 1970s. Like when you see when humans are involved, like the adoptive parents at the end.
Yeah, they're all in hats and shawls.
Yeah,
and stuff,
they look like they're in like the 1960s at the latest.
At the latest, yeah, absolutely.
The cars look old. Like it's really strange. Is it meant to be a period piece? I don't know. Is it meant to be set in the 30s?
When is the book based?
I don't know.
I don't care.
Is the book actually about talking mice, or was that just made up for this? Okay.
A minute. The Rescuers. Come on. It's based on the series of books, The Rescuers. 1959, they're based.
Yeah,
So,
maybe they could be period pieces, yeah.
Yeah. The Prisoners' Aid Society. That's what they're called.
Oh, I'm glad they call it the Rescue Aid Society. That sounds a bit more palatable, doesn't it? So say that Penny's a prisoner, it makes it sound a bit too bleak.
Oh, it's like a weird allegory for, like, escaping the Nazis.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, that would have been much better.
Disney would never have done that, though.
Disney would have never done that, no.
Not Walt, jeez.
No. Yeah, all right, well, there you go.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to take a break, and we'll be back to talk about Fievel Goes West.
Fievel.
Pew, 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 pew.
Fievel. Jason. Shouldn't do it like that.
Men, no shaving proposition beats this. Listen. There's $1 cash, says Colgate Brushless wins you in a flash. Yes, $1 cash says this is it for the clean, smooth, comfortable shaves you've always wanted. And here's why.
Because it's light and fine textured, Colgate Brushless completely surrounds, softens, and supports each bristle better than greasy, heavy creams. There's no matting down. There is no clogging. Your razor doesn't skid or skip when you use Colgate Brushless. Instead, it cuts through clean and smooth.
Try Colgate Brushless. See how it does away with razor scrape and soreness. Discover how slick and smooth and downright comfortable it makes your shave.
Get a large or giant-sized tube or jar of Colgate Brushless shaving cream. If 1 week's use doesn't win you completely, just send me back the carton top and we'll mail you your $1. Address, Bill Stern, care of Colgate, Jersey City, Zone 2, New Jersey. Remember, there's $1 cash says Colgate Brushless wins you in a flash. Real fine.
Welcome back, Mouse fans. It's Mouse May, and we're talking about mouse films.
Squeak, squeak.
Squeak, squeak, yeah. We've talked about The Rescuers. Now we're going to talk about a sequel to a film that is very, very similar in terms of trajectory. An American Tale, Fievel Goes West. The Steven Spielberg Amblin Entertainment short. Well, it's not short. Although it is quite short.
It's quite short. It's 70 minutes. Because I said to you that it's like the perfect length of time for a film because it's 75 minutes long. It's 70 minutes with credits.
Spivsy said this automatically gets a 6 out of 10 because it's a minimum of 6 out of 10 because it's 70 minutes long.
It's true. It's the perfect length of time for a film.
However, not this film because I feel this needs another 10 minutes.
Maybe, yeah. But Fievel Goes West. Oh, man. Fievel, he did indeed go west.
You did go west.
My prevailing memory from this film isn't the film itself, but the trailer. Because there was, you remember the movie We're Back, A Dinosaur Story? From Amblin. I had that on VHS, and it had the trailers for the films at the beginning. And one of the trailers was the clip from American Tale of the French bird. Is he a seagull? The bird from the original film who talks to Fievel.
Yeah.
And Fievel says, "What's that out there?" And the bird says, "Oh, that is where the West is. If you are a good mouse, maybe one day you will get there." And then it breaks into the trailer for An American Tale. So that is my main memory of this is the fact that they actually they teased this film in the original. But I cannot imagine that Don Bluth at any point said, yeah, in about 15 years' time, we're going to make a movie where Fievel goes to the old American West and becomes a cowboy. There is absolutely no way he thought that.
No, this film is the equivalent of Back to the Future 3. It's so out of left field that every time I watch it to this day, I still don't understand the reasoning behind it.
They should have done Fievel Goes North afterwards.
Oh, yeah, and then you could have gone Fievel Goes Far East.
Yeah, and it'd be really racist.
Really racist. So, An American Tale is about, Jewish Russian mice fleeing Russia because of persecution and coming to America.
Yeah. And
it's really serious.
It's really bizarrely is that film, it will be based around
1885.
Yeah. Is that when the first first film is set?
Yeah.
I suppose that kind of makes sense because I was thinking, what year is this meant to be in, this film? But I suppose, Old West, 1885, that would track, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It was 1910 when all the cowboy shit stopped?
Yeah. which is not that long ago.
That's
that
weird,
always
isn't it?
that
Yeah.
always fucking shocks me.
Yeah, like when they were making John Wayne movies in the 50s, there were people who were like,
I
just
remember
like
this.
regular aged people who were like, yeah, I remember Cowboys. Like,
Yeah. And like this was at the time that, most of England was gearing up towards the First World War.
yeah,
At the same time that cowboys are around in America.
yeah, wild.
I do forget how young in terms of an actual society America is.
Yeah, 250 years this year, isn't it?
Absolutely insanity
Yeah,
to me.
wild.
Like I don't know.
Really strange.
I don't I don't know how you teach much history in the United States.
We've got post offices that are older than America.
Yeah. The pub at the top of my road is older than America.
That's
My-
insane.
My house is half as old as America.
Yeah.
The society, the civilization of America.
Of America. Obviously,
It's
that means
insane
the European colonization version of America, not America itself.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that is far
Thank you for
older.
that.
But yeah,
But the modern, westernized American
United States of America.
States of America,
Yeah,
yes, not the native lands.
yeah. Which
America.
are not treated with any kind of respect in this movie, as it happens. That
No.
was awkward.
Oh, no.
I was so close to just fast forwarding through those parts.
Yeah. At
But I
least
don't need this.
It wasn't super racist.
No, it was
which
pretty
is-
racist, but it was
Yeah, but
it
wasn't
bar.
Peter Pan levels.
No, yeah.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't Asterix takes on America, or whatever it was called, level.
Yes. Yeah. Do you want to do a sum up of the plot of Fievel Goes West, and we'll talk about what we found
Yeah,
funny
sure.
in between? I mean, any scene that Dom DeLuise is in,
Yeah,
was it's sort of funny. Fucking
They
genius.
absolutely just got Dom DeLuise into a studio booth and said, "All right, Dom, you've got 15 minutes of track time. Just make some noises." And he started going, I don't know, for about 40 minutes. They put every single bit of it in the movie.
Yeah,
they did not cut anything out of what Dom DeLuise vocalized in that booth.
I
love
cannot.
them for it.
I cannot remember really what the relationship between Fievel and Tiger was like in the first movie.
Tiger is a vegetarian cat, and he befriends Fievel in his quest to escape from the evil cats in that film.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
that makes sense.
Tiger was like sort of a bumbling henchman character, I think, in that one.
Right.
We watched American Tail for this very show. Would have been like 5 years ago at this point.
Did
So
we?
that was our second ever episode that we did, second or third, where we did Anastasia, American Tail, and did we do All Dogs Go to Heaven?
Jesus fucking Christ! I cannot even remember that.
No, it's
That
very long
is
time
a big
ago.
surprise to me.
Yeah,
Was that a second show? That was that.
Second or
so
third?
What was the poppy pick? Was that
um,
an American Tail?
we didn't watch American. Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Because I would have picked All Good Dogs Go to Heaven. Absolutely
Yeah.
guaranteed.
and I picked Anastasia because I like the musical.
Man.
Yeah, but I think it might have just been a weren't many choices when it comes to Don Bluth productions at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, what else would you have
Wowzers.
done? It would have been Land Before Time.
Black Cauldron. Is that technically, are we counting that?
I wouldn't count Black Cauldron.
Alright, okay.
Yeah. What else is there? Rock-a-Doodle-Doo, is that one of his?
Could have done Dragon's Lair, the animations.
Yeah. Just the animations of Dragon's Lair. What else is there? Troll in Central Park.
Secret and Nim.
Secret and Nim. Well, we're doing that next week. That's fun.
Yep. Pebble and the Penguin.
I hate that movie, but I've seen it so many times because it was on Cartoon Network all the time.
Oh, Titan AE.
Titan
Which
AE.
we've also done.
We've also done Titan AE. We've nearly done the whole back catalogue of Don Bluth Animation. What was his company called? Was it just Amblin that he worked for? Did he have his own company?
I don't know, because Amblination was the company that Steven Spielberg kept going so that all the animators from Roger Rabbit weren't made redundant.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I mean, Don Bluth's still kicking. He's still around.
Yeah.
We could have had him on the show.
Don Bluth is a Toonhounds. Is Toonhounds royalty?
Yes,
we
he is,
love
yeah.
Don Bluth.
Yeah.
On Toonhounds. Pretty much everything he's done.
Toonhounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except maybe Troll in
yeah.
Central Park, because that is a bad movie.
Yeah.
I don't think he had much say in that one, though.
No.
Anyway,
all right,
American Tail,
talk.
Fievel Goes West. It starts off with his sister Tanya singing the flagship song from the original movie.
I love the fact that this happens.
I think it's really funny. It's like, I love that they are putting a hat on their own film. Like they're saying, yeah, remember this? Well, we're fucking it up. We're being silly about it. We're getting all wacky with it. That the Mouse Quits family gets all their food from the tomatoes being thrown at Tanya singing, which is really funny. And it does introduce the idea that humans can indeed hear the mice. But are we saying that they don't like how Tanya is singing, or to them does it sound like squeak, 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 squeaky, squeak, squeak?
Definitely sounds like squeaking.
Yeah, it's got her, hasn't
really
it?
loud, echoing squeaking, which doesn't really make a lot of sense.
No. The world's loudest mouse. Fievel is I like it's a weird one, but like they seem to be implying that the Mouse Quits family has some kind of precognitive ability, because everything that he imagines at the start of the film does indeed come to pass later in the film.
Well, it also implies that Wiley Burp, which is an odd one because obviously voiced by James Stewart in his final film role. This is
very
like
good,
an Orson Welles doing Unicron thing.
Yeah, it's a bit, yeah. I think he enjoyed it, though. But he did sound so much like James Stewart.
Yeah, he did. It does sound like he had a really fun time as well.
Yeah.
But, like, he is a comic book character, but he's also a real character.
Yeah, he's a real person, yeah.
Yeah, that's
still
weird.
living, yeah.
Yeah. I do like that whole intro with Fievel, though.
Yeah, I do as well.
Like,
he's shooting
the thematicness of it, where it's like they're turning the camera around and he's shooting and stuff, it was really good.
Yeah, it was really fun. The animation where the dream, it's like the imagination breaks and it turns back into a cork gun and all that stuff. It's seamless. The animation is.
Yeah,
it's so good.
There is also a bit later on where Tanya is painting. She's painting the sign, and she's dripping the paint on the magazines, and everything's like getting more colourful and coming to life. I thought that was absolutely insane.
Yeah,
for the time, it was so good.
Yeah, because this
really great.
This been like a mid-90s sequel to an old film. Yeah. You do kind of go into it expecting a low quality animation.
Yes,
but
absolute
it's not. It's
shit.
pretty good.
Is what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Because I loved this film when I was young. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
To the point where I didn't bother watching An American Tail. I only watched Fievel Goes West. But like this film it makes a mockery of that first film.
Yeah,
like it openly mocks everything about it. Like, why did we come to America? It's shit here.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
I really liked that.
I thought it was funny that the entire crux of the first movie is Fievel goes missing and the Mouse Quits family trying to find him again. In this one, he goes missing at the beginning, and Papa Mouse Quits is just like, yeah, he'll turn up.
He'll turn up. He's not dead.
Yeah. Here's our Mouse Quits. He's not going to go missing for long.
I really like. I know we're talking about the story, but I'm going to jump all around.
Yeah,
I love the voice acting in this. I think John Cleese is so good.
He's great. Yeah. I hate John Cleese as a person.
Yeah,
I think he's a shitty person.
He's a shit.
He's great in this. He's a good I mean, he's not really voice acting, he's just doing his regular voice. But it works really well for this character. I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense why there is like a British cat who is taking over the Old West.
I suppose it's like, because, you know, you still had a lot of English people moving to America at this time.
Yeah.
And you
he
would
could have
have
just gotten away from his family. Because they do establish that he doesn't like humans. He doesn't want to be a pampered pussy poo, as he says.
I get the feeling that he was like one of these English dudes who went over with some family money and bought a town and then just like, you know, mined it for all it was worth and then left it. Yeah. You know, and
the costuming of the characters is fantastic.
Yeah.
Loved it so much.
His design particularly is so good. So good.
Yeah, I really like how they draw. I really like how they draw the cats in this.
Yeah. I like Chula. I like when they're putting the town together and all the cats are helping, and then that cat comes into the saloon and he's like, I just can't stand being nice to mice anymore.
Yeah.
I don't understand their plan, though.
I don't know why they had to go all the way out to the Old West to do this.
Just eat the mice.
Yeah. I mean, it would have made a bit more sense if this was like the third group of mice that he had lured here.
Yes.
Or something. Because the idea of it is meant to be we're being nice to the mice so that they think that this is a wonderful place to come and live.
Yeah.
And it will draw in all of the extra mice.
Yeah.
But they don't get to a point
that.
where they would be able to draw in the extra mice because nobody else hears about it.
No. I feel like if that's the thing that they want to do, that makes more sense, but they needed to make a little bit more of it. Because I understand the Qatar wall plan of, let's get them to build our society. They can do all the donkey work and then we eat them.
Yeah.
But and like, let's get wave after wave of like immigration out to the Old West, and then we can just have a regular buffet of mice. That makes sense, but it's not really done very well.
Yeah, it's a very weirdly child-friendly idea of like segregation, like slavery sort of thing.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not surprising that they don't go deep into it because it would be a very heavy topic for a movie about cowboy mice and cartoon cats. But they do kind of touch on the idea of like indentured servitude, which is a bit very strange, I think.
Yeah, I agree. It's like I can't remember what the Second Great Migration in the States when like black families from like Carolina and stuff like that moved to like all white neighborhoods because they were trying to stop segregation and stuff, and then basically the white families basically tried to drive them out and stuff like that. It feels very much like that, like a sort of like, let's get them all out here and then victimize them. Which is, true to American history, I guess.
Yes, yeah.
You would have had like big recruitment drives to come out to the West and make your fortune, and then you would have been forgotten about and stuff, and left with like blankets and stuff. So I suppose that's true, but they probably wanted to glaze over some of that.
Yeah. There's a couple of things in this movie that I would have either expanded on or changed. In terms of like what the characters get up to, Tiger's whole thing about becoming a good dog, I would have gone a bit further into that, make a bit more sense.
He didn't need the bit with he needed to arrive at the same time as Fievel.
Yeah, it takes so long for them to get to the cowboy stuff. Yeah. It's like 40 minutes in. Yeah,
because then you could have dropped the Native American.
Yeah, just don't have
racism.
That in. Yeah,
you could have had them arrive at the same time, and you could have then Fievel would have had a person to talk about like why doesn't anyone believe me? Like this is what happened last time. Do you remember? That sort of stuff. I do like the bit in the desert though where they walk past each other thinking each other are mirages.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah,
that was really funny.
Yeah, because what are the odds that they would be passing each other in the desert? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have changed Caterwall's character a bit in the ending, where I quite liked his how much he likes Tanya as a singer. Like in the film, he is doing it as the bait, but I would have gone a bit further into that. I think with him being like the manager character.
Yes,
I think there's something there because they do kind of just drop it a bit.
Well, especially because when she puts herself in the way, he says like, "Don't set off the trap. Don't kill the diva."
Yeah.
Like he almost needed to use her. You could have had this whole like, she's the one on the posters we're going to use.
Yeah.
Come to the Old West, make your fortune, see the diva Tanya.
Yeah.
Or even that could have been really interesting.
A completely different film. Have him actually fall in love with Tanya.
That would have been good, but also weird.
It would have been weird, but I think it would have been an interesting thing to see. Like, how would he, adapt to that? The idea of a cat falling in love with a mouse.
Well, and also you then could have had him being a bit more of a layered character in the he maybe tries to abandon the plan, but when she rejects him, he goes full bore horror.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get that in 77 minutes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I think the other thing I would extend is Dom DeLuise's Tiger is without doubt the funniest and best part of the film.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
He is hardly in it, and the montage happens in 2 days. You should have had a Magnificent Seven Samurai situation where the town needs help.
Yes, yeah.
And Tiger is the one who needs to train. And Tiger and Fievel are the ones that need to train with Wiley to actually save the town.
Yeah, Tiger should have already been living in Green Hill or whatever it's called, the Green Hill Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog. He should have already been living there. And when Fievel and his family go... Green River. So when Fievel and his family go there, they have like the Tiger, that's where you've been this whole time. And like Tiger is like the deputy of this town.
Yeah.
And maybe you have it like...
Much
it's like half a scam thing going on where Tiger is the deputy of this town, but the sheriff is like is caterwauling, he's manipulating people, and Tiger doesn't realise, and it takes Fievel to have him open his eyes and realise what he's been doing, and then Tiger fights back against the corrupt government officials.
Yeah, because you could have had it that Caterwall uses Tiger to be like, mice.
Yeah.
Get a wave over here. You helped mice that time. Look at this place. It's great. It's perfect. Cats don't want to... I'm just like you.
Yeah,
I don't want to eat mice either. And Tiger unwittingly brings a load of mice to the town, and then they get absolutely fleeced. And Tiger has to redeem himself, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because you could have still had all the stuff.
Yeah, it would have been the same movie, basically. We just would have skipped over the weird desert stuff.
Yeah.
And the interminably long time it takes them to get to the fucking village.
You didn't need Fievel and Tiger wander in the desert.
No.
The bit with Tiger and the bones, the bit with Fievel and the eagle. You didn't need those parts.
We would absolutely still need the rawhide scene, though. We'd have to get that in there somehow, because that is the funniest part of the entire movie. That little, chickadee character who's doing, the deep rawhide voice. That was hysterical. I loved that so much.
Good. That was good. This feels very like American Basil, the Great Mouse Detective.
Yeah, a bit, yeah.
Because you've got the whole mouse on stage being loved, that sort of stuff. Yeah. It's weird. But it is great. It is.
I thought it was interesting how little American exceptionalism there is in this film. There's not really much in it which is like the land of opportunity and all that stuff. Because when they get there, it is a shithole. It's crap.
Yeah, and even the very minimal, basic things they can carve out for themselves are taken away by Caterwall and Tudor and the others. Their ability to even have water. Like when Fievel's dad is like, as long as we've got water, we'll camp near the water. And imagine this waterfall will become like this river that flushes green and we'll have wildlife and stuff. And then Chula stems up the tide. And it's like, that is exactly what would happen.
Yeah.
Shit heals.
Chula was a fun character. I like Chula.
He's really good.
Yeah,
he's really
great
good.
design.
But none of them are in it long enough.
No, they're not. No, like that. The German cat who's with Caterwall.
Yeah,
he's in one scene, and he's got a great design as well. He looks so much like the guy from Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, you needed a couple of henchmen that did stuff.
Yeah. But I enjoyed it. I thought it's a really fun movie.
Yeah. I thought it was a lot funnier than it had any right to be. Like the bit where they're teaching him to bark and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or the bit where he gets him to puff his chest out and he accidentally walks off the cliff and he becomes a balloon.
That was
any
fun.
time where someone inhales and becomes a balloon, I'm going to find it funny.
Yeah. Let's see. What other movies were there in the American Tail franchise? The one after this in 2002 was An American Tail: Fievel's Gold Rush, and they also made the TV series. I could have sworn there was more
Gold
of them.
Rush.
Yeah.
I don't...
Let's have a look. Films. Here we go. American Tail. Then we got American Tail. Five Goes West. Oh, Gold Rush was the video game. That's where I'm getting confused.
Oh, okay. Because there was a Super Nintendo video game of Five Goes West.
Yeah, and it's really, really difficult. They made an American Tail, The Treasure of Manhattan Island. So apparently after this, they go back to New York.
That doesn't make sense, but sure.
And then after that, they made an American Tail, The Mystery of the Night Monster.
That
sounds like a completely different film. So what does it say? What's about? They brought back the shyster character from the first movie, the one who's like Tanya's love interest. They brought him back for the fourth film.
Okay. I think this is an odd franchise, if I'm honest.
Yes, yeah. Don't think they really knew where they were going with it or what they were ever going to do with it. I mean, they definitely should have done Fievel Goes North, where he ends up in the Canadian wilderness and like teams up with a moose. Crazy that they didn't.
Saving the moose from Skinners.
Yeah. What happened what worldly events happened around like the 1890s? Did King Albert die in the 1890s? It's Fievel like hanging out with the Queen Victoria. They could have done Fievel hanging out with Basil. Team up movie. Cross-franchise promotion.
True. The Boer War. Fievel goes and fights in the Boer War.
Yeah. Teams up with the Boer.
It's an actual Boer War.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know anything else.
No, I don't know my history. I don't know the 1890s.
Fievel was an adult fighting in the First World War.
That would have been really funny. Fievel with a helmet that's not really too big for him.
Fievel goes to the Western Front. Fighting in the
Fievel at D-Day.
I really liked this.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it.
The songs are fun. They make fun of themselves as well, which I think is really good.
They've got the lazy eye. That whole sequence is really funny.
The lazy eye. The voice acting is great.
Yeah.
The character design is perfect. Like, if you could pick a dog design for being an aging sheriff who's given up, they knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely the best design. I like when he pulls Tiger's ears to make him look like a dog.
Yeah. Fievel is in the movie for just the right amount of time to not be irritating.
He tells some good jokes.
Yeah, out of all the characters, Fievel is probably like the least interesting person in the film, considering his name's in the title.
Yeah. He doesn't outstay his welcome. The making Tiger seem like a dog should have been more of a thing.
Yeah, they're kind of like... They reference it at the beginning of the film when... I can't remember what the character's name is. Kitty?
Lady Kitty, yeah.
Lady Kitty, where she's like, I wish you were more of a dog. Like that sort of scene at the beginning. But that doesn't really,
No.
I don't think it's enough.
No. There's a lot of, show don't tell in this film as well, which is weird for a cartoon. Like, you can tell that Miss Kitty, that's her name.
Miss Kitty.
Miss Kitty misses Tiger because she talks about, like, some days you forget what you came from and, like, why you even left in the first place. And she's got his picture on the mirror.
Why did she have pictures of Tiger dressed as a cowboy?
He wasn't. He was in a flat straw boater, wasn't he?
There's multiple pictures of him, and he's wearing a cowboy hat in one of them, and wearing like the costume that he has at the end when he's a sheriff. Where did she get that from? Again. Yeah, they've all got psychic abilities. These animals.
Yeah. I like that there was the hint that Qatar Wall had seduced her. Yeah. And was like discarding her. I think that was really good because it was like something that a kid wouldn't pick up on. But as an adult, you think, oh God, he's been horrible to her. Yeah, and I like that they were involved in the end as well. Getting the cats out. It was good. It was really good.
Okay, Fievel goes south. He ends up in South America, and he has to get Aztec gold, and that's what the movie's about. Yeah,
it's almost like an Indiana Jones one.
Yeah, because I can see in my mind the VHS cover of Fievel wearing a fedora with a whip, mountains of gold behind him.
tiger running away from a boulder.
Yeah.
But it's a big ball of yarn.
Yeah. We could get in contact with Dom Bluth and say, listen, we've had an idea for Fievel. Can we make it? Do we have your permission? And he'd say, I don't own the rights to Fievel. Stop emailing me.
Stop. This is the 16th time you've emailed me about something this month. Please stop. Okay, Don. Yeah, I think like as a franchise that could have been quite interesting if you had like, you know, the not, you don't have to stick to the compass points, but you could have had Fievel in a different different situation.
Yeah. I mean, we neither of us have seen American Tales, so maybe that's a thing in that. I don't know.
God, I think they would have stuck the cowboy thing.
I hope so. Makes a bit more sense.
Yeah,
and they would have had somebody doing a really bad John Cleese impersonation for Cattle Wall in the cartoon.
Oh God, yeah. American Tales. Let's see, Tales. A television series, 1 season.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then is it like 1 season, 47 episodes? Is it one of those?
Don't know. Hold on. 13.
13. Wow.
They did get someone else to do Qatar Wall. He's
Michael Palin.
Let's have a look. Garrett Graham.
Derek Graham. Is he a British
Garrett
fan?
Graham. Garrett Graham.
Is he a Brit, or did they get an American to do it?
I don't know. No, he's an American.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's been in. Child's Play 2, National Lampoon's Class Reunion.
What the hell is that?
I don't know, Used Cars, Terrorvision, Greetings.
I've heard of Terrorvision.
Yeah. He was in Just Friends. He was in 2 episodes of Star Trek.
Everybody's always in Star Trek.
He's not had a great career.
No. Nothing where we could be able to work out if he can do a John Cleese voice.
No. He was in the Philadelphia Experiment 2.
2? They made a sequel.
2. They did.
When did that happen?
He had appearances in Starsky and Hutch, The Dukes of Hazzard, The Twilight Zone, Miami Vice, My Two Dads, Tales from the Crypt, Parker Lewis Can't Lose, The Wonder Years, Seinfeld, A Family Matters, Star Trek Deep Space Nine as The Hunter.
Oh God, is that the one with the
the
guy, the one who's
looks like a lizard, looks like
the
Killer
one
Croc.
who's been killed. Yeah.
Pink Panther, Babylon 5.
The one with the guy. I was really good at describing that one.
I know what you meant though.
Yeah.
The Critic, The Tick, Larry Sanders Show, Gargoyles, Star Trek Voyager as Quinn in the episode Death Wish.
I don't know Voyager. I only watched first season.
He's the other Q. The Q wants to die.
Oh yeah.
Law and Order, Now and Again, and Third Watch. So he's been in a lot of television.
He's been in a lot of things. Yeah.
I can't imagine he made enough to retire. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
I would give Fievel Goes West. Oh, I'd give it an 8. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
fun.
It's a solid 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I was thinking
ever so slightly not long enough.
Yeah, it needed another 10-15 minutes. We needed more Tiger. Tiger carries the film, and the real journey is Tiger's journey, not Fievel's journey.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about Fievel's journey.
I quite like him in this, though.
I care more about Popper's violin company. His violins. Good for him for starting his own business.
Yeah. I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Like, I like a cowboy story. I like a basic rip-off of Seven Samurai. But it needed to lean more heavily into that.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I would have liked
to have seen more of the humans who live in Green River. We've seen them once. I think it's so funny in these films where there's like talking mice and stuff and they all wear costumes and have little communities. Humans never look slightly down.
No.
They never look at like ankle level.
The bit where they were getting on the train, and they were just running around their feet. Like I would notice a mouse.
Yeah, or that guy who just like steps on a tumbleweed while he's going into the saloon.
Yeah. You know, one thing I did like, Tiger running towards the station and pinballing around with the Dobermans. That was really funny. Really funny. He's just got such a funny voice.
Yeah. Yeah,
really,
he had
great.
a perfect voice for like these sorts of cartoon characters.
Someone's going to email in and be like, "I hated Tiger. I don't know why you loved him."
Tiger is the best character in the film, though.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
But it is a fair comment to also say that if you hate Tiger, you just hate Tiger. That's fine.
Yeah,
like you can hate it, but I mean you're wrong.
I mean, I don't think it is just the voice, because Itchy in in All Dogs is one of the worst characters. Yeah. Like, he's terrible in that.
Yeah, he's written well. His design is perfect. His design is absolutely perfect. He's got like this weird moustache and a big fat belly, and he just looks vest. So funny. Yeah, the vest that doesn't go over his gut.
Sweater. Yeah, it's funny.
It is good.
Was Tom DeLuise in the Tom and Jerry movie as well?
I don't know.
Or was that somebody else? You know, the seaboat captain with the parrot. Was that him, or was that someone else? Was it the guy from The Thing who's in the shed? Wilfred Brimley. Was it him?
Wilfred Brimley. Don't know.
No, I don't know.
He was. Let's go back a little bit. Fievel's American Tales. Oh, wait a minute. Where's Fievel Goes West? All right, okay. Don't count that then. Ren and Stimpy Show, Duckman, Cow and Chicken, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. He was Mortimer. Yeah, we know that. Hercules the animated series. It was Bacchus. That's a good.
Are you just looking at television?
Yes, I am at the moment.
Okay.
He's
in Secret of Nim, so we're going to hear him again in.
Oh, excellent!
American Tail, Taxi Driver, and Season Spaceballs. He's the voice of Pizza the Hut. He's in Oliver and Company. He's Fagin in Oliver and Company.
That's cool.
Yeah. He's Itchy in All Dogs Go to Heaven.
He was in The Wild Thornberrys. He was in I Am Weasel and Dexter's Lab.
He reprised his role in All Dogs Go to Heaven too.
And in the animated series.
Yeah. He's in Baby Geniuses. Episodes. Oh my god. Baby Geniuses. He's in a movie called The Lion of Oz, where he played a voice actor, and he's credited as Dom DeLuisis.
Weird.
Yeah, did they just spell his name wrong?
Maybe.
His last film voice role was in Bongy Bear and the Kingdom of Rhythm.
I'm not watching that.
You don't want to watch Bongy Bear?
I think he was great.
Yeah, really good.
I think he was great. It's just like, whenever he's in something, I'm like, I'm going to enjoy this performance.
Yeah. Especially voice acting and performance. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, solid 8.
Yeah, good movie. I enjoyed
solid 8. Good film.
I'm not going to watch the sequels.
No, I don't care. I might watch An American Tail again, because I don't know how I've forgotten that I was actually... Yeah. We actually watched that for 2 now. Although that was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to some emails. Have you got them open?
I've got them open, and we have one.
Oh, we have one.
One email.
One.
And it is entitled "Of Mice and Mensch." You get it? And it's from good. Thomas. It's from Thomas.
Hi, Thomas.
Oh boy, we don't need to have multiple emails. This is a doozy. It's a Toonhounds doozy.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Hello again, Toonhounds. Your description of Tom and Jerry Kids got me thinking of how animation often treats cats and how it's always bothered me, even as a kid. Some friend of mine and I seriously talked about it, even threw around starting a pro cats in media club. Of course, being 8, it went absolutely nowhere.
Yes.
But I like how we noticed the inherent racism before even knowing what any of that was back in the day. I suppose when writing a cartoon with animal metaphors, it makes sense to some degree, with cats, mice, or cats and dogs being natural enemies, like brothers and sisters, and mongooses and cobras. Insert Chuck Jones Ricky Tikki Tavi request here. And Scots, and other Scots. But you know which movies did the cats versus mouse strife a little bit better? The American Tail movies. Almost entirely due to the character of Tiger, played by Dom DeLuise, an actor I know almost entirely thanks to Don Bluth films. Though I guess he just did the first one. No, he did all of them, we've come to find out. Yeah. Well, no, Don Bluth did just the first one, didn't he? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But it was based on his animation.
Yeah. So basically his. Yeah. It's like, you know, you still call it a Walt Disney film, and Walt Disney's been dead for like 60, 70 years, so...
And in fact, I would call some of those Disney films Don Bluth films rather than Disney films.
Yeah, Fox and the Hound, absolutely Don Bluth film.
Absolutely. Black Cauldron, definitely a Don Bluth film.
Even some of the rodents are also villainous. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I do like it when they make some villainous rodents as well. While I remember the first one far better, I don't remember disliking the second one. Has a surprisingly deep cast of actors like John Lovitz and John Cleese, all in their relative primes. Supposedly the native characters were insensitive even for that era. Yeah, pretty much.
We glazed over that quite a lot. Yeah. The only funny bit in that thing was when Tiger said, "How do you do?" as a sort of subversive sort of greeting, and I was like, "Thank God."
I liked when the sun pans over the rock structures in the background, and it's in exactly the same shape as Tiger, and it's got his face. That was funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
It seems 5 years has passed since the first movie, and Fievel doesn't seem much older, which is strange, as mice tend to only live a couple of years at most. Perhaps the movie takes place over mice years, and all this happens in the space of a few weeks. I kind of wish movies like this kept the main characters with the family for once, and show that dynamic. The plots always depend on being separated. What would Home Alone 2 have been if we got to see Kevin and Buzz be forced to work together, and they learned that Uncle Frank and Kevin's dad were worse than they are? Or what if during The Hangover 2, Doug blacks out and has to save everyone else? I guess this is why I don't work in Hollywood. Oh wait, no, I guess this isn't why I work in Hollywood. I don't want the same formula all over again.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think you needed to separate the Fievel from his family in this film at all.
No. They do it for I think they do it for the reference to the film, for to say, remember the original? This happened.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
now we've got cowboy hats.
Yeah, or it's been their family dynamic has improved so much in the new world in America that even when Fievel goes missing, it's fine. They know he'll come back because they trust him. That sort of thing.
But that's the thing that makes it almost like a parody of the first. Because I think that the company, Amblin Entertainment, probably said, you can do whatever you want, but as long as it is keeping the same formula that everyone loved of Mouse getting separated from his family. So they make an absolute fun of it where the dad isn't even bothered.
Yeah.
He'll turn up, he's not dead.
At any rate, I don't remember this movie being beat for beat rehash of the original. It's a creative idea to do a Wild West theme instead.
It's wild.
It's Wild West. It's also too bad we didn't get more of these movies. They had potential. Wait, there's a third one?
I thought Tom was going to say, Fievel Goes North.
Yeah. Made in 1998. Do we not hear about it because in the movie Papa forms a union and gets the workers to realise how xenophobia is being used to break the solidarity? Or because the police are seen as adversaries? Or was the depiction of the Lenape progressive for its time? Even hiring indigenous actors. But does it hold up now? I have no earthly idea. I'm just reading the Wikipedia page. Well, you did more research than we did. We looked at the title and said, that looks shit. No went any deeper into it.
I mean, I want to watch that now.
Yeah. The reviews cited in it are kind of funny because they say it spoon feeds kids an ethnic harmony aphorism and that politically sensitive elements are out of place for an American tale. To which I say, did these professional reviewers not remember the first one? They had Cossacks in it terrorising Jewish Russians. They had sweatshops. They had Irish machine politicians in mouse form.
Yep.
These 1998 reviewers definitely either missed the 12 years old movie or weren't paying attention because animation is for stupid kids. Also, Siskel and Ebert both gave the first one thumbs down for being too depressing for kids, which is dumb. But maybe they have a point about it chickening out on its ethnic heritage. At least for me, I very much understood the message about anti-Semitism, even as a kid who grew up with one Jewish friend in a very Catholic town. Besides this, what was there in animation well into the 90s that so much as hinted about any characters being anything but Protestant Christian? The Rugrats Passover episode?
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Basically it, yeah.
I don't remember there being... I mean, I'm trying to think if there are any other, Jewish characters in cartoons where, their Jewishness is, an inherent part of their character. And it's not just that's just the thing.
Jewish.
Krusty? Krusty the Clown.
I mean, yeah, but I think
that's not the greatest.
That's used for an episode, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than it being something important. I don't think so.
No,
certainly not without being a parody of the Jewish faith or something like that. Probably in a Looney Tunes short or something like that.
Yeah.
But, like people in, if we go back to Merry Melodies and Looney Tunes and stuff like that, the Jewish animators and writers and voice actors weren't exactly going to be progressively saying that they were Jewish at the time.
Yeah.
So, I think that comes from not just a inherent racism, but also an idea of having to inherently protect yourself.
Yeah. Wait, there's also a fourth one? See, this is why people think animation's a joke. All those direct-to-video things nobody saw, but we still missed because it was replaced by AI and TikTok. Yeah. At least they didn't keep going like Land Before Time or get bought by Disney. I think there's like an American Tail theme park as well, like roller coasters.
What?
I swear there's like an American Tail like themed zone in one of the Universal Studios places. Maybe it got shut down or something, but I'm sure that was a thing at one point.
It was so depressing.
Yeah.
It's just a straight line roller coaster.
Yeah.
Preaches to you about the proletariat and stuff like that, and it's just like you come out crying.
Speaking of, Disney at this point in time hadn't swallowed up all media or mass-produced sequels of varying quality straight to video and DVD. The first sequel they ever did was, of all things, The Rescuers. I don't think I even realised they did a first when I saw Down Under. I think a lot of people thought that.
Well, I hadn't seen it. I thought I'd seen it, but I hadn't.
They didn't want to make Rescuers Down Under. Rescuers Down Under was like, this company, this like studio that you're working on, we're shutting it down. We're going to put all this stuff into Little Mermaid and like they weren't calling it the Disney Renaissance, but that was like the idea of it. No. Was they really thought that Rescuers Down Under was going to be a complete box office bomb, and there was no point working on it. And then people seem to enjoy it, so
I'm surprised.
Goes to show what they know.
Third one, then I will say that it was probably also part of that like early 1990s American obsession with Australia.
Yeah,
the Crocodile Dundee era. That probably had a massive thing to do with it as well.
Leading up to Wolf Creek, greatest Australian film ever made.
Yeah.
It's too bad they both kind of got forgotten between the lows of the 70s and the sequel being at the end of the Australia craze and between Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast. These movies also had a ton of potential and a very good cast. I suppose Disney always did the celebrity voice acting thing, but it feels more natural here, especially using comedians and TV actors versus A-listers. But Bob Newhart is always an A-lister to me.
I have a real thing at the moment with actors' diversification. Like they don't have enough money already. Like actors writing books, actors being the voice acting cast,
actors writing log lines and then sending it off to a team of ghostwriters to write a book for them.
Yeah.
Hello, James Patterson. How's your 17th book this year going?
It is just like, seeing the writing on the wall. I saw this thing about Oscar Isaac and how he said that Disney were fascist in an interview, and then he absolutely dialed back on it like a week later and said, people ask you things and you say stuff, and maybe I was a dick for saying it, and it was like, so you can see AI come in, you can see the writing on the wall, and you're like, oh, I've just got to make as much money as I can while I can. And it made me lose a massive amount of respect for him.
It annoys me. It's the Met Gala this week.
Yeah.
It was. It's been and gone. Sarah Paulson was there, and she was all dressed up, and somebody asked her what her costume was called, like what the theme behind it was, and she turned them and said, I'm the 1%, which is meant to be like I'm acknowledging the wealth disparity between us being here and the life outside of these walls. You still went. Like,
yeah,
you can't turn around and act like you were being a progressive, like, I'm for the little man, while attending the Jeff Bezos funded Met Gala.
Yeah.
Like, that's not how it works. That's like, we're going to sing Imagine in our mansions and that'll fix the world.
Yeah. During COVID, I remember that. But like Glenn Close and Zendaya didn't go, and I was
they
like,
never went,
don't participate. It's the whole. It's like the what's his face? The guy who played the Flash, Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
In a starring role. the guy who's playing Skeletor, Jared Leto, still in a starring role.
Yeah.
Russell Brand still not being punished. It's not enough to. So I'm not going to see the Masters of the Universe film.
Oh fuck no! It looks awful. It looks terrible.
Well, the thing is, I think it would actually be quite entertaining. I think the trailer is one of those trailers that it's like trying to do something where it's trying to appeal
dog
to
shit.
more than
I feel like they're
audience.
going to do weird transphobic jokes in it. That's the vibe I got from the trailer. Is like there's going to be I identify as a hero or some bullshit. It's like it looked bad, and he's not doing the Skeletor voice. Why isn't he doing the Skeletor voice?
I don't know. But I'm not going to do this stuff anymore. I'm not going to line the pockets of someone who is a rapist and who is a groomer and who is a fucking child molester. Like, why is that guy still getting cast in films?
I don't know. Like, what does he know? What dirt has he got on people?
It's like the James Corden thing that Jeff, Josh, and I say. Like, he must have something because he's not coasting by on his talent.
No,
But like this whole grift that they've got going on, where it's just like, oh, I'll just go away for a bit and I'll come back, like Kevin Spacey, and it's just kind of like it's so gross. And I'm not going to be part of that.
You go away for a bit and then come back with the movie on the Daily Wire network or something.
Yeah,
you just full pivot into conservatism.
Yeah, you come back with your Bible.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm not doing that. It's just like, there is a argument for, you're destroying. There's lots of more than one person who is in that film, and you shouldn't harm them. But it's the studios that made the decision to cast Jared Leto, and the studio needs to take a hit.
Yeah. And also, a lot of those people who are in the films, they've been paid already.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like the people working on the visual effects and stuff, they're not getting residual royalties from these movies. They're getting getting pushed into a new project immediately or fired.
True. And I'll say it's not going to have anything to do with that. Go and see animated movies instead at the cinema.
Yeah. Like,
regardless of how vanilla the Mario Galaxy movie is, go and see that movie still. Go and see the movie. It's keeping people in jobs. Like, go and see Spider-Verse when it eventually comes out.
Yeah,
and prove
10 years'
Sony
time.
wrong. Yeah.
It's his birthday today, I think. It was today or yesterday.
The guy Sony.
No, Miles, the voice actor for Miles.
Oh, isn't he a weirdo though?
I don't know, but it's his birthday.
Okay, happy birthday, weirdo.
Happy birthday, you freak.
I think wasn't he really weird to Haley Stanfield?
I don't know. I think he said some stuff about like AI music as well. I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Something. I'm sure there was something. Everybody in Hollywood's a freak. They've all got something going on. Also, this movie has very good animation during a time when that was scarce for Disney. They get that skull in detail just as eerie as the one in Snow White. I forgot all about the skull with the diamond in.
Yeah.
How did they do that?
The lighting. That was really good.
Yeah, that was really good. Penny takes having to pry it out quite well. But I guess compared to the being orphaned, being put at gunpoint, crocodiles, threat of drowning, and teddy bear ransom with small potatoes, that was another thing I forgot about as well. When Madame Medusa is going buck wild with that shotgun to try to kill the mice.
Yeah.
Do you remember that scene?
Aims the shot at the head of the child.
Yeah. But do you know what it reminded me of? The first episode of Dark Place when Dean Lander is firing the shotgun in the graveyard.
Yeah, just firing it randomly.
Yeah, that's the mother, Rick.
She there's a scene missing, isn't there, where she puts the diamond in Teddy, and that's why she wants Teddy. Because I thought I'd missed something.
Yeah, I thought I did as well. Yeah. And when she's prizing the skull open with the sword, she's like putting the heel of her hand on the blade to push it down.
Yeah.
And then there's another bit where she's using her leg on the you could say that wasn't the side with the blade on.
Yeah.
It was a flat edge. But
it's not the sharpened side.
Then later on, she's on the other side, like pushing her foot into it.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
No. Disney should do a therapist House of Mouse show where Mickey listens to all the traumatized animated characters over the years. She's going to need it.
She is going to need it. She is. But she made some friends with some animals, and I think that'll get her through it.
Yeah, and she did get adopted because she proved her worth to society. That's the only reason you can get adopted, is if you prove your worth to society. That's the lesson in this film.
That is true, yeah. Adopt more kids, people, if you're going to have children.
Yeah, that's why you adopted Evan, because you found those diamonds.
Yeah, he came with a bag of diamonds. That's what it was.
Diamonds.
Diamonds.
I found out much later that there was a brief 2-frame shot of a topless woman in the movie, and Disney had to do a recall of the home video release. Yep, yeah, that was a big deal, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember reading that on Snopes back in the day.
Snopes, written by Snoops, or whatever his name was.
Yeah. They did cut it for the 1992 release, so I didn't just miss it as a kid. Of course, the Disney Plus version is censored, the cowards. Also, what dorks actually mailed the VHS to Disney to get a censored copy?
So weird.
Probably mostly Americans from what the Sopranos called Elvis country. You guys lucked out kicking out all of the Puritans. Do you want them back by any chance? They're coming back. They're already back. Oh, they're already here. Yeah. Supposedly it was a prank from some Tyler Durden type that never got caught. It's thought to be Ann Gunther, who had gotten passed over for a promotion. But Reddit also says she was told to do it by someone else. She did at least get to go on continue working, including on... I read that really weird. I mixed up all the words in that sentence. I read like a completely different sentence. She did at least go on to continue working, including on Iron Giant. Okay, that's all I've got for now. Going to have to double check the placement of some bolts in that movie. Also, I really should finally watch Secret of Nim, so I don't just talk about how depressing Once Upon a Forest is for the next one. Toondles, Thomas.
So you don't have to watch Secret of Nim, because we found out it doesn't have mice in it.
No, it's Fern Gully's the one that doesn't have mice. Yeah,
Fern Gully's the one.
Yeah,
Secret of Nim does, yeah.
Secret of Nim is all right. Yeah. We're cool with Secret of Nim. Yeah. It's Fern Gully that doesn't.
Fern Gully. Yeah, we stopped that one.
I can't believe we never checked.
I can't believe we never did anime. Why didn't we do anime?
What can we do for June? What's like a theme for June? June.
No,
I don't know.
No, we've got stuff on the list.
No, June doesn't rhyme with anything. There were no words that rhyme with June.
No, Moon, June.
June.
Could have done Sailor Moon. Never mind.
We've already done that. Yeah, we could have done Space Chimps, that movie about the monkeys going to the moon.
That's true. And any other sci-fi cartoon.
Not much. There's not a lot going on with the moon, is there?
No. We could have done that early silent film with the animation about the moon.
Oh, yeah, Voyage Down the Loon. Yeah.
Yeah.
The George Millet movie.
Yeah, but let's not do that.
Let's not do that. It's not animated. For starters.
Oh, there you go. It's not animated. Yeah. Also, we've got more stuff.
We've got stuff coming. We're going to do Scott Pilgrim in June.
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim June. There you go.
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim June. Except we're only doing one episode. It's not really the whole of June. Yeah, we do need to come up with more themings for things that we want to watch.
I think from next year it needs to be anime.
Yeah, we need to do anime. Yeah, because we can watch Akira and
Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell.
And anything else.
Elfen Lied. I don't know.
All of the anime that exists.
Yeah, all of the anime. We're going to watch every single anime. It's going to take us a while.
Then we need to do... October needs to be the spooky month, obviously.
Cocktober, where we watch hentai.
Oh, man. No, I don't want to do that, surprisingly. Right, okay. Well, I guess that's it.
That is it.
If you want to send an email in, you've got to send one into toonhounds@gmail.com.
No, I think it'd be weird if I sent an email in. I'd have to read my email.
You cockling.
Not you prick.
I've started calling Evan a Burke, and
that's nice.
It's so British coded.
Yeah,
but it is so bad.
Do you know what drives me insane? In the Marvel comics, there's a dog in it named Bint.
Oh,
did they not look this up?
No, that's not okay.
No, it's called Bint Carlton because it's named after Clint Barton. You can't do
Bint
that.
Carlton.
Yeah. Name a dog Bint. Jeez.
Yes, that's not good. If you want to suggest themes, if you want to join our Discord, if you want to support the show, then you need to head over to patreon.com/toonhounds and support us there. You get stuff. You get that stuff that I said, but you also get access to the show early, and you get access to Daredevil in the Details, which we'll probably do another one.
We are, yeah.
And that's it, really. Next week is, what is it?
Once Upon a Forest, and The Secret of Nim. I don't know why the title's in caps. I'm really looking forward to finding out what The Secret of Nim actually is.
I've never seen either of these.
I've seen Once Upon a Forest, and I'm pretty sure I've seen Secret of Nim, but I don't remember anything that happens in it.
I've seen precious little cartoons for a person who's well versed in cartoons.
Yeah, you've got like a blind spot between the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. But yeah, so yeah, join us for that. Remember to send emails in. We want emails. We want your opinions on things. We want you to say what we've already said in the episode, like Thomas does every single time.
That's we're just so on the pulse. We can't help it.
We're capturing the zeitgeist. That's what it is.
Yeah, we're saying what they're all thinking.
Yeah, we're definitely doing that. Definitely. Don't get us started on our politics. We're definitely not saying what everyone seems to be thinking, just the good people.
Yeah.
Until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and pet a dog.
Yeah.
Pet all your dogs and cats.
You can find one.
Yeah, you definitely can. Don't pet your mice, though, because they're incontinent, the ones that run around. You pet a pet mouse, but don't pet a mouse that you just find in your house or something.
Just pet an animal. Find an animal.
Not a stray.
Not a stray. Make sure it's like not a wild animal as well, because I don't want you getting like beaten up by badgers or anything.
Mauled by a bear.
Yeah, don't do that. And then say while you're in the ambulance, Toonhounds told me to do it, because then we would be like liable. I think we would like have to go to court or something, and I don't want to do that. That's way too much effort. So pet an animal within reason.
Pet a pet.
Yeah, just look at a dog. Just look at a picture of a dog.
Yeah, go to Google, download a picture of a dog. Cute dog, preferably.
Yeah.
And then gaze longingly at that dog. And then give some money to an animal charity.
Yeah.
There you go. Bye!
Toonhounds.com/patreon.com/toonhounds.
Bye!
Bye.
Oh, man.